to MyHeritage for sponsoring today's video.
Do you need a shot?
No.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Hi, my name is Maria. I was born in Canada.
I'm Zoe. I also was born in Canada. This is my grandma and my mom.
I am Dina. The whole name is Kostadina. This is my daughter and my granddaughter.
Tell me about your first date.
I never met boy except my husband. Proxenio. I don't know how it says in
Arranged
English,
marriage.
but I changed 4 letters with him and a picture. And after I'm coming here like tourist. After a month, I marry him because the immigration gonna get me, set me down again.
So Papu was your first kiss?
Yeah.
Was it at your wedding?
Yes.
Yeah. So
What do you think?
so you kissed a boy that you met for the first time you met him.
Yeah, with a picture. Over there is the picture.
Do you think Greeks are sexual people?
Ew. That's a weird question.
Yes. Yes, I do. Some more than others.
Have you ever heard of the expression going Greek?
Yeah,
Do you know what that means?
yeah. So that's why I agree. Yes, I do think Greeks are sexual people. They're very passionate and they're very sensual.
Very handsy and like physical. Like
Yes.
touchy.
Very.
Yeah, what do you think?
They are because they don't like to work. They're lazy people.
This is taking a turn. Have you ever been in love? Yeah, I have. I am currently. Yeah, have
me?
Have you ever been in love?
Yeah.
How old were you when you got married? Do you wish you waited more?
I was 21. I wish so many things, but it was not the right time. I was poor. I knew my brothers has to work. Να δώσουν πρίκα στα κορίτσια. And the opportunity coming to come here to Canada.
So you don't wish you got married later?
To stay, to do what? To see my brothers work and after they're gonna give the money for marry me or marry my sister to kill them? I says no. Doesn't matter how old I was, but I have my family now.
What is the best and worst thing about being married to a Greek man?
The worst thing about being married to a Greek man, I would say, is having to deal with the Greek macho attitude. The attitude that, you know, they're boss and you have to do what they say.
What about the best?
What best?
Sex before marriage, yes or no? What is your opinion? Shad's my opinion.
I think nowadays everybody just rushes to sleep with everyone else and they don't even wait. They go on a date and then at the end of the night they go to bed together. I think that's wrong.
So you don't think you should test drive a car before you buy it?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Because how many cars are you going to test drive before you get married? And where does it stop?
It's no completely. That's all.
So Zoe sent in a photo.
It's color. It was in black and white before you, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, τη χρωματίσανε.
See my parents.
My grandparents were the most loving couple I had ever met in my entire life. They were together, I don't know how many years they were married for, but they loved each other.
Yeah.
Even though it was an arranged marriage, back then, you know, everything was. My grandfather died and then my grandmother went soon after from broken heart.
We went to myheritage.com and we found your relatives. And there are 24 people that you can scroll through.
Maria Zelve was my grandmother.
Who on which side?
Oh, my dad's mom. Labrini Polizoi was my yaya, the lady that we saw here.
Oh, in the photo, Labrini Polizoi, that was your mom? Oops.
Oops.
That was your mom? But look, there's mom. And then there's you and Papu. and then your parents. I think it's cool to see like there was one of them was like my grandfather, like my dad's uncle, and I met him like years ago when I was in Greece.
Okay.
What was better about the previous generation or later generation in terms of relationships?
Their relationships lasted, I would have to say, a lot more. There was no thought of, you know, we can't work it out, so we'll get a divorce. You just made it work.
Do you think anything's better about my generation versus yours?
No.
Γνωρίζεις μια κοπέλα, η κοπέλα θα σε φάει όπως είσαι. Γιατί έχουν γίνει τα κορίτσια περισσότερο από τα αγόρια σήμερα. Συγγνώμη που το λέω, είναι περισσότερο τα κορίτσια απαιτητικά από τα αγόρια.
So, you just described me. Because I know what I want. I know what I want in a partner, and I know who I am, and if somebody doesn't match that, then they're not the one for me. It's also, you guys grew up in a different way, and I think that you're maybe not as likely to understand how we see things. Like, I would have never stood for an arranged marriage. I would absolutely have run away. Like, it would not have been a thing for me.
Someone Greek.
Would you prefer that I dated someone who's Greek?
No. I prefer to be a good guy.
Do you think I have a good guy?
Who, me?
No.
Do you think
I have a good guy? Dora?
Not yet. If he's not going to church, Zoe, for me, it's not.
Okay, that's fair.
That's all.
Mom, so what do you think? Would you wish I was dating a Greek boy?
No, I don't actually.
I was expecting.
What was expected to gain the interest of a man?
Pero no,
Like, did you show your ankle?
I don't mind at all those things. No.
Nothing.
No. Oh.
There's
No.
nothing expected.
I was what I was. That's it.
You know, you'd wear the mini skirt. Don't forget, it was the 80s. The big hair, the makeup.
In my years, my generation, if you wear the mini skirts and you fix yourself and you... Δεν λέγανε, σαν τον Καραγκιόση έγινε. Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess that's...
Τις κοπέλες τις θέλαν καλύτερα όπως είναι. Σεμνές τις λέγανε.
What do you think about living together without being married?
Just tell me how you really feel.
My answer to that is, I don't agree with that either. You need to leave something to experience together. You need to leave something to look forward to. Getting to know each other when you first move in together. What if you live with someone and then you realize that they're not the right person for you? You go what, to the next guy? And then the next guy?
But then conversely, if you're married to them and you move in together after you get married and you realize they're not the one for you,
Well,
then you're SOL. Like, yeah.
if you haven't realized and if you haven't met the person, you haven't gotten to know the person well enough before you get married, then you don't marry that person.
I disagree. I live with my boyfriend.
That's how I feel. Well, that doesn't mean I agree with
That's
it.
a major point of contention.
Absolutely.
Clearly.
That doesn't mean I agree with it.
I think it's vital. Now that I've lived with my boyfriend, even though we're not married, I think it's crazy to think that some people don't live with each other before they get married. I think that's absolutely insanity. Yeah, ξέρεις τι είναι το Tinder?
Never.
No.
Can you explain the reason to
Okay, so yeah, I was trying to point that. Do you know why Tinder was made? Like, Tinder is a hookup app, so it's not for dating.
Okay.
It's for like just for sex. That's what it was made for.
Wow.
Like,
The face.
I have that to take that thing,
Και να τους πάσεις.
make it pieces, and throw it away.
okay, Dina,
That's all.
Η Ντίνα τον γνώρισε τον άντρα
my
της
sister met her husband on Tinder.
εκεί.
Do you need a shot?
No.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Next question. What is your type of man? Most attractive and least attractive qualities? Liam Hemsworth is my
Good, nice qualities.
for real though, someone who respects my independence, because I'm very independent and I like doing my own thing.
Ήτανε που να είναι να είναι ήσυχος ο άντρας, να μην έχω να πάω για ψώνια και να μου πει που χάλασες αυτά, τι έκανες εκείνα, γιατί πήρες τόσα, τέτοια πράγματα. Να μου κάνει έλεγχο με λίγα λόγια.
Τι σ' αρέσει?
Τι σου αρέσει?
Ο έλεγχος τον είπα.
Ναι, αυτό είπες τώρα, λες τι δεν σου αρέσει. Τι είναι καλό να έχει ένας άντρας που θα σου άρενε?
Αυτά που είπα, μάνα μου.
Στην προσωπικότητά του, τι θέλεις να μην σου κάνει έλεγχο δηλαδή?
Ναι.
Okay.
Να βοηθάει όταν βλέπει, να βοηθήσει, να βοηθάει.
Okay.
Και να έχεις και εσύ την ελευθερία σου λιγάκι. Στην υγειά σου, ζωή μου. Στην υγειά σου, Μαρία μου. Να είμαστε καλά και καλά Χριστούγεννα να έχουμε.
Thanks to MyHeritage for sponsoring today's video. MyHeritage is the leading global service for family history research and DNA testing. With MyHeritage, you're able to make amazing discoveries about your family tree, such as we showed in our Greek video. It takes literally minutes to fill out the information. Mine took me less than 5 minutes, and bam, you are able to get instant discoveries about your ancestors, family members you didn't even know you had, as well as very cool historical records. You're also able to build the family tree and find out who you are and where you came from. You also get access to the feature tool that allows you to enhance and colorize your photos. It takes less than a minute from the upload time to be able to see the photos in color or enhanced, and I think it's a pretty cool gift for your older family members. So go down to the link and get your 14-day free trial today, and if you decide to continue your subscription, you get a 50% discount. And as usual, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button to receive notifications so you don't miss future videos. I'll see you guys in the next year. Happy New Year, and keep on breaking down your barriers.